part 2 of our Lakshmi portal consciousness and learning how to program it. It's coming up now. Here we go. Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about the part 2 for the Lakshmi consciousness portal and how to program your portal for the extras that you're wanting, the goals that you're wanting to achieve, the destinations that you want to go to, whether physically or spiritually. So it's important to it's the same as programming crystals, and of course crystals have their whatever that they're meant to do, but you can also program extras into them and to become more attuned to you, and as long as you're working within the framework of the crystals, you can program all sorts of different things and other layers of healing, manifesting tools, just different things. So with the numbers 1111, I think well, I did tell you in the first one, but I'll just run through it again quickly. So on the 11th of the 11th in 2011, I started a meditation day with a few ladies, and it turned out to be a very spectacular day for me. I know why I got the urging to do it now, and that is to start working with the divine feminine energies. And what came through that day were the white lions for me to work with and to get to know. And then a couple of weeks later, I actually had an experience where, of a night time, I was woken up by a funny noise, and I just turned over and laid on my back, and I could see up above my head, and it was sort of it looked a little bit surreal, so I knew it wasn't a physical object. I knew it was a spiritual experience rather than a physical one. And I saw a Sri Yantra, and it came down like came through the ceiling, and it came down, and it was making a noise like a varum, 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 varum. And it came and it went through my heart, and it was making the varum noise, and it went down the front of my body, my spiritual body, and then it started to come back up the back. And it was up through my Sushumna, and I could tell that it was working on releasing trauma and bad experiences and beliefs and whatever else it could from past lives. And even though I just knew it was like a spiritual experience and that it was going to be a future occurrence, it didn't actually make any difference to me at the time. And so I set about searching anything I could about the flower of life, about the Sri Yantra and the 1111 number. And one thing that I discovered for myself yesterday, it was 11 years. So it's 2022, and this happened to me back in 2011. So there's another 11 synchronicity for me and this little project that Lakshmi has me working on. So it has been a very a bit of a powerful experience for me working with the part 1 and creating my portal. I feel more protected, and if I do go through a worrying time, I just sit in meditation and connect with my portal and just stay there for a little while until I start to feel balanced and in that neutral strong, it strengthens me. So it gives me that emotional strength to get through whatever I need to get through. So what else has it done? I've just had so many amazing dreams of clearing up past life problems, fear, trauma, PTSD from past lives. I know that from a few past life visions that I've had and some information that's been getting through to me that I was a sexual ritual abuse survivor in a past life, and by the hair of my chinny chin chin I have dodged bullets with pedophiles in this life too. So, and they started when I was probably just before I was a teenager. The first one started, and so probably I think three altogether, 3 different males I've dodged a bullet with. So, and just from working on myself and raising my frequency and coming up against these blocks that's in my orange sacral chakra, and so I knew that, you know, I had to start cleaning and clearing the trauma, and sitting back and watching and giving a safe space for the trauma to actually come up so that I can deal with it. With the Lakshmi portal the last couple of weeks, and I know that there's probably a lot more layers to this than I've cleared up to date. So it is an ongoing process for me, but I will clear it, I will cleanse it, and I will become that sovereign, that God sovereign free being that I want to be, without any of the fear, without any of the anger, the trauma, the PTSD, the triggers that come with these sorts of things. Any sort of trauma from any past life, it doesn't matter how big or how small, unless you've healed it in past lives, it's going to come back to you through your cellular memories with each time that you incarnate. And that's why we keep coming back, is to heal our past, to learn the lessons. That's what it is. It's just all a lesson. And the more that I work with these energies, the more that I can see that they're a lesson, and the more that I can figure out why I had to go through those lessons. And hey, I put my hand up for it. And hey, I create every single tiny little thing that happens to me in my life. I take total 100% responsibility for anything that happens in my life. I don't fob it off to other people. I can put boundaries up so I don't let those people or situations back into my life, but I know that I had a lesson to learn, and it happened because I created it. So I created that person to be like that toward me. I've set myself up to come in contact with a certain situation or the people or, you know, business or whatever it is. So, and as long as I get the lesson, as long as I'm willing to learn, and as long as I'm willing to take responsibility for my part in what's happened, then that's it, you know. You won't have to go through it again. There may be different layers, but it's just such a fantastic, useful thing to happen. And in this day and age, I think we need all the help we can get, and there is all these beautiful energies, all these solar flashes that are coming to Earth, these solar storms, the solar winds are all coming in to help blow and to cleanse us, and coming into the golden age that we're all hoping to manifest within our own lives. And it's up to you. The golden age is here, and whether it manifests in your life depends on you and what you're willing to heal through learning from your past experiences and taking those lessons and knowing that you're 100% responsible for them. So, and in the part 2 is creating an even more in-depth relationship with Lakshmi, and that's why I wanted to reiterate this here in a separate YouTube, so that you can really get to know the goddess and the goddess energy. And it's knowing that Lakshmi is an archetype of the divine feminine energy. So the energy that you're bringing in and that you're creating this portal with is just that, and it's an energy. It's a divine feminine energy that is the leader in this 11th dimensional energy that we're in. So like from the 11th dimension down to 1 is ruled by the divine feminine energy. Anything above that, so 12 and beyond, is Shiva's realm, and that's a non-physical realm, whereas the Lakshmi, the divine feminine from 11 down, is a more physical energy, the material plane. So that's why we all need to learn our lessons in how to manifest and realize that we are the creators of our own reality in these first 11 dimensions. And the more that we get to know the divine feminine, and you can through other goddesses, it's not only Lakshmi, but Lakshmi has a special place in my heart, and I have been working with her for a number of years now. Her and the White Lions. So it's very wise to, before you sit down and do the meditation that's for sale in my shop on my website, divalee.co. Part 1's there and part 2 is there. And so it's important, before you do the meditation, is to write down what you're wanting to achieve, your goals, your dreams, your needs, your wants, your spiritual gifts, the frequency that you want to resonate at. You know, it can all be incorporated into your programming of your portal that's specifically for you. There are a number of things that the portal is automatically attuned to do, and it's a protection, and it's the controller of your ego. So there's just 2 things that are already programmed into the portal, and that's why I wanted you to give yourself 2 weeks of working with the energy with part 1 before you did part 2, so that you can see that your ego starts to quieten down, you're more calm, your fears are being diffused, your frequency and your vibration is being raised, and your relationship with Lakshmi is being strengthened. And please just don't forget that Lakshmi is an actual living being, and her presence lives on Venus, and you've got to treat her like you would the goddess that she is. And if you are wanting her to work with you more in your life, then your relationship with her has to be deepened, and you have to get to know her by including her in your life through your heart and thanking her every time you get a chance during the day for being with you, being there for you and helping you. So, and because of course, the more that you get to know a friend in your life, the more that your relationship can grow and develop and flower. And that is just like with this, the same with this goddess energy. So I think that is just about it. Please don't forget your list, write it down. You can update your programs every day, every time you think of something, or you can put it on, or you can go through write your programs or the new things that you're wanting to bring into your life, like make it a once a month thing, once every 6 months. But the thing is, you must learn to work with the portal every day. The more you work with the portal, the more it's strengthened. And the only thing that you have to do when you're working with the portal every day is just to check in on it, just to make sure that all the parts are there, that there are no leaks, coming out of the platforms, and that all the 4 pillars are joined in light, and that the lid is vacuum sealed and the feed line is still working. So, and checking in with that every day and making sure that your vortex within the portal is spinning at the right speed and the right direction, and also checking within yourself that your energy bodies are all still being strengthened and healed and cleansed every day, and that your Sushumna is all nice and clean. And I take you through that anyway with the both the part 1 and part 2, but you'll learn how to condense it and do it like in 2 minutes before you get out of bed every morning or while you're in the shower every morning. Just make sure that you take those couple of minutes every day, just visualize that everything's working in your spiritual mind, and that it's all still joined, that there are no leaks, and everything's working as it should. And the more you do that, the more the ego gets weakened, because the more that your portal is strengthened. So I've never had anything that works and has been so powerful for me. And as you can see, it's just, it's touched my heart. It's worked with me in ways that have been completely unexpected. I have brought up old past traumas and things I thought that I had dealt with before. And it brings it up in a kindly way, so I don't have to create drama in my life for it to happen. I have a vision of something from the past, and I lovingly give it the attention it needs and that safe space for that energy to come up into my conscious awareness, and I integrate it back into my heart so that it can then heal. There could even be other levels that are going to show themselves to me in the future, but for now that's all that it wants to show me. But I'm willing to work with it however deep it goes, for however long it takes. And I'm not scared of the fear that comes up. I am loving. I am giving it the direction to go, and that is up into my heart, and I listen to it and I feel its pain, and that's healing it so much faster than pushing it down, running away from our feelings. So it just brings all of this old trauma, all of these old things, it brings us up into our conscious awareness for it to work with. And then it's raising our vibration, and it's quietening our egos, so it's just an amazing energy. I still really would love to hear from anybody, and please show me through a testimonial, or just tell me through a testimonial how it's working for you. I love to hear people's stories. I love to get ideas from other people on how they're using it, and maybe I can incorporate it, or would like to incorporate it in my routine and my program too. So if we stick together and we send in testimonials, and we can read through the testimonials, and you just will think to yourself, oh my gosh, I never thought of using it in that way. It's great that it's working for you, in this way. I'd never thought of that. So, yep. And I think that the more that we intend to get to know the energy, the more it will reveal itself, and open us up and expand our minds into helping us. Yeah. So I think that's just about it. I hope you really, really, really enjoy part 2. I certainly have. I've certainly enjoyed. It gives you such a feeling of freedom, knowing that you can program yourself. This is not an out there job. This is an inside job. So you're bringing the divine feminine energy into yourself, and you're becoming the master of your own destiny. God, sovereign, free. Think of it. Think of it. Think of the abundance and the happiness and joy that you're going to be bringing into your life, knowing that you're the creator of your reality. I love you all. Have a great time. Please send in your testimonials. And for the videos here, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button. Okay, love you all. Thank you. Bye.